Hi again. I am not the mother I wanted to be. I'm not the mother I thought I'd be. When I was growing up, I was bombarded, like most of us, with images of what motherhood or parenthood looked like. And for me, a really big one, despite the most recent controversy around it, the big one for me growing up was Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Obviously, Cosby Show is no longer thought of in the same way that it used to be. But when I was growing up, it had a big influence on me. I wanted a family with 5 kids. I wanted to have a career, high-flying career of a lawyer like Claire Huxtable. I wanted to come home and still have energy to make a wonderful meal for my kids. I wanted to know all about the ins and outs of their lives and what was going on. I had the energy to still have a really fulfilling romantic relationship with my husband, who himself was also successful. I wanted all of these things. I wanted a really cozy house that my kids would love growing up in. I wanted each of them to have their own bedroom, although technically Vanessa and I think Rudy shared a bedroom. Anyway. Maybe it was Vanessa and Lisa? Hang on. Lisa Bonet. Anyway, we could be here a while, me remembering all the characters' names. Anyway, I really wanted that. It was kind of what I pictured. But then there were other versions of that would come in at various points. Characters in books, in films. Nancy Myers has a lot to answer for. The idea of the perfect mother and perfect family. I'm not those mothers. I don't have freshly baked cookies every single day waiting for my kids when they go home from school. They're lucky if they get them once a month. Usually, the baking happens around birthdays and like special events, and they just have to eat the leftovers, the offcuts that don't get served up to guests. I don't do activities on the regular with my kids. We don't sit and craft often, or anything like that, really. Because they don't want to. I don't want to particularly, but they don't either. I've got no inspiration for it. I could Pinterest till the cows come home, but it's a lot. The thing is, what the Pinterest doesn't show you is the cleanup job afterwards. The amount of wipes you have to go through, the tears as you have to throw the kids in the bath because they're covered head to toe in paint. Pinterest doesn't show you that. Real life shows you that and makes you go, never again, I'm alright, thanks. I still have glitter on my kitchen floor from a project we did like a month ago, 2 months ago. In fact, yeah, around November 5th would in fact be when we did the glitter, and yet there is still glitter in my kitchen, and I cannot, no matter how many times I hoover, and believe me, I have hoovered, it's still there. I don't take my kids out to museum outings and art galleries very often. One, it costs a lot of the places. I mean, some of them obviously are free, which is fantastic, and those ones we have been to a number of times. But things like going to the zoo or going to the aquarium, that's not just a small cost. I mean, we might as well go on holiday. Like, sometimes it is cheaper to book a holiday to Spain than it is to go for a day at London Zoo. So my kids don't really get to see animals that much. I don't know if that's a bad thing. They can watch Blue Planet if they want. And that's another thing. My kids get a lot of screen time. Now, when I think about it, I got loads of screen time when I was a kid. I love TV. I still love TV. I would be a hypocrite to give my kids some kind of arbitrary time frame in which they were allowed to watch TV or use screens. I am on my computer a lot. I love it. I love reading articles. I love making these videos. It would be wrong to then turn around and say to my kids, oh yes, but you can't. I can, but you can't. I know I'm an adult and they're children, but it's not doing them any harm. Not really. They're using it to explore the world. And to be honest, I think it's kind of important to keep them in tune with how society is going. Society is becoming a screen-based, I really hate that term, but anyway, it's more technological. There's things like tablets now that didn't exist when I was a kid. Everything's touch screen. You know, TV is all about smart TVs and access to loads of different programs from all over the world. My kids are really into anime. They got into anime because they came across it on Netflix when they were bored and they were looking for something to watch. anime is a fantastic art form. It's a beautiful form of animation and drawing, and if that's what gets them into that, then that's amazing. And then we can talk about the fact that it's a Japanese art form and that Japan is where their auntie was born, and we can discuss all of that. And I don't know, to me, I just see it as a leaping off point to further conversation and further opportunities for learning. But even if it's not, they're fine. My kids are fine. We don't go to the park as often as they would probably like. My main reason for that is I do not do well in cold. You've seen me wrapped up on this channel. I don't do well in cold, and going to the park is really cold in the winter. In the summer, we can go every day, and we do go a lot, and I really enjoy it. In the winter, I don't know what it is about parks as well. They seem really exposed. Every park I ever go to seems in a really exposed location. It gets a lot of wind. When we lived in Rochester, there was like a park on top of a hill and a park next to a river. Both of those options were freezing. Just like so cold. And it's not much better here. It's a little better, but not much. So yeah, we don't really do that much in the winter. Even things like going to soft play and things like that, they don't cost as much as London Zoo, but they cost a lot. It adds up. So we don't tend to do that much stuff. We tend to do a lot of lounging about in our sweatpants and t-shirts, and we do the odd bit of baking when I can be bothered, but not that often. We do a lot of talking. We enjoy talking. I'm not a great mother. I'm not the perfect mother that we all thought we'd aspire to be. And I have to kind of accept that, and I kind of have to stop beating myself up for that and say, yeah, but my kids are okay. Because they are okay. Rufus is 5 years old, and he is so smart. And just this morning, when I was dropping him off at school, there'd been a stay and play at school yesterday, which is where the parents get to stay for an hour. But I can't often do it because you're not allowed to bring younger siblings, so I don't have any childcare for Eloise at the moment, so I don't get to do the stay and plays, so I never really get to see what goes on. But anyway, another mother this morning came up to me to say how wonderful my child was and that she'd had such a lovely time talking with Rufus yesterday, and he was absolutely adorable. I mean, what better feedback can you get from someone? It was amazing. I loved it, and I'm sure she did have a great conversation because he is interesting and he's funny and he's smart and he's thoughtful. And we had parents evening this week, and one of the main takeaways was how aware of his own feelings he is and can express that. And that's such a wonderful thing. That's what I always wanted, was kids that knew themselves and knew their feelings and could express them in an appropriate way but could still do it. Like, I find that's really important and will hopefully help him to be emotionally healthy later. I know I have very little control over that, but fingers crossed. And Eloise is just an absolute spitfire. That girl is incredible and amazing, and I'm so proud of her personality. She does not hesitate to put up boundaries when she feels that she needs them. If I say, can I give you a kiss? And she says no, I know she means it, and so I don't. I don't force it, I don't ask again, and I try not to make her feel bad for not letting me give her a kiss or a cuddle. She's her own person in her own right, and she needs to know that she has that control over her own body, and that's amazing. I love that she has that. Just instinctively she has that. And that's brilliant, and I'm super proud of it. She's also really funny. I don't know if she's going to go into performing arts or something like that, but oh my god, she could. She's so funny. Such a character. My kids are fine. My kids are doing really well, and they're happy, and they know they're loved, and I know they love me, and I know they love their dad, and I know, in fact, they love lots of people. They constantly tell me how many people they love and how much they love them. And would I ever want to go back to work? Would I ever want to not be a stay-at-home mum? Well, about 20 minutes ago, I was cleaning poo off the rug in the living room. Toddler poo. That literally poured out of her nappy. So, yes, there are moments when I would definitely like to go back to work. But given that I've now been out of the workforce or the traditional workforce for 5 years, I would pretty much have to go back on the bottom rung. I have no degree. I have no formal qualifications beyond A level. I'm intelligent, I think. And I'm creative and I'm a problem solver and I'm well organised. You have to be with 2 kids. I'm very, very capable. But none of those things matter. What matters is tick boxes, and they don't tick any boxes. So I would have to go back and start at the very beginning again. And financially, we can't afford for me to do that because we can't afford the childcare we would need to cover me going back to work. So I may at times think, oh, I just need to get away. But I can't. And that's difficult sometimes, to feel like you don't have a choice. I made a choice to stay home, and I'm really happy with that choice, and I think it's been the right thing for me and the right thing for my family as a whole. And I think my kids have definitely benefited from having me at home full time. But yeah, I would like to go and be something other than just a mum. I would like to use my brain to have conversations with people who aren't 4 years old. I would love to do more. I just don't know what that would look like and how that would begin. So I'm not the mother I thought I'd be. I'm not the mother I wanted to be, but I think I'm an okay mother. I think I'm doing all right. Feel free to contradict. I'd be interested to know if any of you think you're doing okay. If you have any ideas on that. But I'm sure you are. I think most mothers, most parents are doing a good job. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say for now. But I love you lots, and I will talk to you again soon. Please like and subscribe if you want to hear more of this kind of content, or if there's anything you particularly want to hear me talk about, or any area that you feel like I should touch on. Please leave a comment below. I'm really up for suggestions. So that's it. All right, see you again soon. Bye.